Hey guys, how's it going? Rich here from liftedoffroad.com, aka theliftedlife.com, and today I'm continuing work on my Jeep. I've been trying to video the progress. Hold on, let me see. Okay, there we go. I've been trying to video the progress of my the stuff I'm doing on my Jeep lately. And yesterday the battery in my camera was dead, so I only got like a couple minutes, unfortunately. And so I've had the battery charging all night, and so today we should be able to get some progress done on tape. So what I'm doing now, yesterday I did the winch. Let me flip you back around. Yesterday I worked on setting up the winch on the winch plate. I got that all bolted down and ready to go on the bumper. But before I hook up the winch, I wanted to get my dual battery system set up and the wiring for it. So I got the painless, make it easy, make it, oh, you can't read that. Oh, I'm trying to get, let's see, there it is. The 250 amp waterproof dual battery current control system. What that basically is a solenoid selector switch. It lets you switch between batteries, so you can charge both of them, charge one of them, or use both of them at the same time. And the purpose of the dual battery setup is so that you can I don't know, you can run accessories, you can use your radio, or you can use your battery, and then when it's time to start up your vehicle, you can just flip a switch and the starting system connects with the other battery, and you won't have to worry about running down your battery when you're using accessories. So what we got here, this is the dual battery tray. I can't tell you what brand it is because I don't know. It came in this blank box. I ordered it off of Amazon, and the only indicator, that's the mailing address, the only indicator that came on the box is this little sticker right there, dual battery T-Pay. I'm assuming that's a typo, but there was no instructions with it. No paperwork, no instructions, nothing. Just a couple of pieces and excuse me, and some hardware, some rods. So I'm working on getting that installed, but first I had to take out the factory battery tray, which is right here. It's quite dirty, as you can see. It sits on like that. So I've got, where are they at? So it mounts on with that hole and that hole, and then you've got two holes over there and this little thingy right here. I had to look this up to find out what that was. Excuse me. It turns out that that is a battery temperature sensor switch. So what that does, it's hooked up to the PCM of your vehicle. It tells your vehicle's computer the temperature of your battery so that it can regulate the amount of charge it is getting. I suppose, if I can remember correctly, if the battery gets hot, it reduces the amount of charge that it gets, and if it's cold, then it increases the amount of charge. So the new battery tray, see, this is the bottom piece right here. It does not have a specific hole for this sensor, so I'm wondering how I'm going to convert this. And since this is actually connected to the PCM and it controls the amount of charge the battery gets, I assume that's something I probably need to keep. It's not something that I can just unplug and discard. So I got to figure out a way to get that switch positioned on one of these batteries so that it will continue working. I was thinking about drilling a hole similar to this hole in this tray and mounting it in there, which might work. But that'll be the bottom battery. I think the bottom battery is going to be the auxiliary. The top battery, which is on here, will be the primary. There's your mounting bracket. That goes on the top. That's your bottom piece. This is the top piece. It sits on like so, and then your top battery will go up there. So I haven't exactly quite figured that out yet. But before I can finish the complete setup, I have to wait and get some extra battery cables. It this kit did not come with the battery cables to connect the two together. It only came with the switch and the wiring harness for the switch and the solenoid, which is all in that junk right there. So I got that battery tray taken out. Let's go back over to the Jeep. This is where it mounts in your Jeep. I cleaned it up a little bit. Again with the light. It's a constant struggle for me, apparently, remembering to have enough light for you guys to see. So maybe this will work. My headlamp. So yeah, this is where the battery goes. See, I cleaned up. This was full of mud. I was surprised at how dirty this was in here, especially down there in the bottom where you can see that hole. I mean, it was just completely full and caked up with mud. This box right here, I think it's some kind of vacuum reservoir, because there is a vacuum line going to it. You can see that coming off right there, that little line right there. It's a vacuum line, so it might be some kind of vacuum reservoir. But I cleaned it out and I hosed it off last night, and I got to get everything connected to it. So that's what I'm doing today. I got the winch will go right there. I measured out those winch cables. If you see in my previous video, I was concerned about the length of the cable that came with the winch to reach from the bumper to the battery. Well, I measured it out with a tape measure, and it appears to be quite long. It appears to be long enough. I think it was like 70 inches or 69 inches. And so it seemed to be long enough. That shouldn't be a problem. But according to the instructions on the painless wiring kit, basically everything is still connected to your primary battery. The only difference is the auxiliary battery is connected to the solenoid, and it's connected to, to the solenoid, and it's connected to the ground, so that when you flip the switch, it'll activate the auxiliary battery and you can use that. But all your accessories and everything else that would normally be attached to your primary battery is still attached to your primary battery. So that kind of makes it easy. So what I'm going to do until I get the new battery cables, I ordered some last night, and what I'm going to do is just get it hooked up as much as possible with everything that I can hook up, you know, minus those 2 extra battery cables that I need, and everything should still work fine. I just won't have access to that second battery until I get the cables. So that's what I'm doing right now, or today, and I gotta clean this off. I don't know, I'll probably keep this old battery tray just in case. Maybe I could sell it on Craigslist or something. But I don't know, it's a pretty simple piece of plate. That's something that most people should be able to make or fabricate themselves if they really want to. This particular one is a piece of stamped steel, so it's got, you know, stampings in it and bolt holes, but as far as I know, it looks like you can just, you know, get a piece of plate steel and drill some holes in it and use that as your battery tray if you want to. So that's one of the things I'm doing today. I'm going to try to get everything hooked up, since everything is mounted to the primary battery, like the winch and the radio and the amp and stuff. Everything's mounted to that primary battery. I should be able to get everything hooked up and wired. I gotta find a place to locate the switch that goes on the inside, which I think I have a pretty good idea of where. Oh yeah, okay, maybe not, maybe I might be able to stick it in here somewhere. But what I was thinking about doing was mounting it somewhere on the shifter console thing somewhere. So I could put it there if it doesn't get in the way with the parking brake, or I could stick it somewhere up by the transfer case shifter lever, as long as it doesn't get in the way there. I'm not sure yet. That would make it easy because I won't have to go through the firewall if I put it through there. I'll just run it up through the transmission tunnel and hook it up that way. So I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I gotta find a place to put that switch. I could put it up there, I suppose, but then I'd be working with the dashboard. So if I can avoid taking my dashboard apart, then I might do that. I think you can probably see it better. Is it gonna focus? I don't know how. And it's there. There we go. So yeah, if I can get it mounted onto the shifter console section, that would be pretty cool. It needs to be kind of out of the way. I don't want to accidentally hit it or switch it when I don't want to, and I'm not really sure yet. But anyway, one of the videos I made yesterday, I took it out for a drive on some backcountry. Oh, I'm tripping on stuff. I took it out for a drive with it completely empty, and it seemed to ride okay. I didn't really notice too much difference as far as the reduction in weight, because I mean, I did take a lot of stuff out of it. I mean, pretty much all that pile except for that cooler right there. That cooler I'm gonna put in later, maybe. Nice little cooler. But yeah, I took out all that stuff, and I had the top. The top, you can see, is stashed away over there, and some other stuff. Actually, I think that's pretty much it. I stuck it all right here. So, but yeah, that's a significant amount of weight. I got my farm jack, and I didn't notice too much difference. I do still have this squeaking in the front end, so I still gotta track that down and maybe tighten some stuff up, or maybe it needs a couple new bushings, because I believe squeaking indicates metal rubbing on metal. So maybe one of my bushings is worn out or something like that. So, yep. And I have to remember not to have my radio playing while I'm making these videos. So far, according to my stats, I had one video that I made the other day that was completely muted out because it had some songs in the background playing on the radio that they completely muted it out, which is a bummer, because now I had some some tips and some valuable content on that video, and you can't hear any of it because YouTube decided it was a copyright infringement of some sort. So I have to remember not to play my radio when I'm making these, which is kind of a downer for me because I like having music playing when I'm doing stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm working on today. I will get back to you with an update. Right now I'm making some coffee on my portable campfire. If you've been following some of my videos, I've been talking about my portable campfire. So let me just show you what I've got so far. Making some coffee on my little camp pot on my portable campfire here. I've been using natural wood instead of charcoal. I use a couple handfuls of charcoal to get the fire started, but I don't use the whole chimney stack, like that chimney stack right there. I used to fill that up to the top to get the grill going. Now, since I've been using the natural wood, I only have to put a couple handfuls in it and get the charcoal started, and then I put the charcoal down on top of the wood and the fire starts up nice. So I got some coffee brewing. I'm gonna try this out. I've only used this type of coffee pot once before, and it seemed to work okay, I suppose, but I figured I'd try it out again today because it is summertime. I'm gonna start doing some camping this year. Gotta get out with the Jeep and start having a good time. So I'm trying to get my camping gear together so that I can have the stuff that I want with me when I start doing my camping again. I still have to go through all my other stuff, like my tents and my sleeping bags and all my other camping stuff. I still have to dig that out and sort it and organize it and all that stuff. But yeah, you get the idea. So that's it for me for now. I will be back later with some further progress, and I will see y'all later. Have fun and be lifted. Out.